Creations. He's a
Yeah,
big.
I follow him. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he just released a video a couple of months ago with him redoing something on the GameCube. I can't.
Yeah, I think that thing sold out though,
Yep.
like immediately.
Okay. Huh. Yeah.
Because what sucks is like the U.S. isn't that big in this, but like Australia and like Europe,
Uh huh.
dude, they're like crazy about this shit. So like that stuff goes on sale, it gets sold out, especially if it's available to them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. See, I didn't know that. Yeah, because that one in the PSP, the 3D printed PSP, where you can convert it into a console, and it has HDMI on it. That was another one I wanted to get, and that was sold out.
cool.
I haven't checked it again, but yeah, I got them. I got them all. I think the only one I don't have is a Nintendo 3DS. I don't have anything.
I got one of them.
Yeah, I don't know what
I haven't modded it, but
I bought I bought a disc, or not a disc, a card reader, and I just ended up putting like 500 games on one of my Nintendo. I can't remember what it is. It's up there. It's turquoise, and I put 1,500 games on that and just did a card reader. Bought it on Amazon for like $25, and then put all my ROMs on it, and that reads all that games. And then I did that with my Vita and also my PSP. But the PSP and Vita, you had to kind of do some software manipulation on it.
yeah, to jailbreak them.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's something. I mean, I'm here if you have questions or games. Trust me, Marcus knows I have a bunch of games.
Yeah, I saw the video and I was literally we were playing with Topo. I'm like, what the hell's Creatures doing? He's like, what? I'm like, he's modding his console. He's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, if they look at the pictures, they know. Or I don't know. Did I tell you about it, Marcus?
We've talked about it, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I bring it. I kind of talk about it, like how's your day going, and I kind of bring it. I'm never like, hey, Marcus, guess what I did? But yeah, I mean, I think I have. Man, Dave, I have like I lost. I haven't counted. I think I have like 120 terabytes of ROMs.
He's just
Yeah, I have a lot. I've been collecting over years. When I got with that UK guy, he was just kind of like, I have all these games, and I'm like, can I download them? And he's like, yeah. And it took me, because you're downloading them, and with his server, it took me like almost 4 months to download everything. So my computer was on for that long.
he's
Yeah. So I mean, it was worth it, but it was time consuming. And I'm just a big nerd, a collector like that. So to me, it was kind of.
that's what Topo said to me. Topo's like, you know he's a bigger nerd than you. I'm like, yeah, but like I didn't not all nerds mod things.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, right now this year, I think I'm at like 3,400 PC games. I just download it and going through the process of like jailbreaking them. So it's what I do for fun. Video games and doing that stuff. It keeps my mind.
Well, that's
Um,
why I started it, because like I needed a project, and that was I taught myself soldering and all that fun,
yeah.
and then I just started tinkering with them. So like I during the pandemic, it was easy to buy. I bought like a lot of like Game Boy Advance SPs and just was parting them and fixing them and putting better screens and.
That's cool. Yeah, this is my first like real modding. I mean, soldering can be pretty easy, especially when you have good instructions. But a lot of it for me, it's software. I love playing around with the software and jailbreaking them and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I use my wife for. My wife's in cybersecurity and like software implementation, so I have her
Nice.
boot up Linux on stuff for me so I can run different things.
Yeah. See, and these guys live by me, and I always Marcus used to. Like I tell Mike, I was like, give me a external hard drive, I'll give you a bunch of games, and he's like, okay. And so like it's been a year since we've been talking about it, and he still hasn't given me a external hard drive. So it's that simple. You just tell me, and I'll upload whatever you want.
What was he telling me? He did tell me you gave him something.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple of, like, I gave
It was herpes.
herpes. Yes,
Oh yeah, yes,
I gave him like a couple of Switch games. I know.
yeah. Was it Zelda you gave him?
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom and
Yeah.
something else I gave him and showed him how to play it, and then I gave him 7 Days to Die. Marcus, you got the same games. There's like 4 of them on PC. Payday 2 or Ready or Not, something like that, with all the DLCs because they were all. I got them all free, and I was like, let's download them and play them. And then I just never heard from these guys again about it.
At some point, I'll have to take you up on some of those ROMs because I'm definitely gonna want to. One of my goals was I wanted to make an arcade cabinet, like build a cabinet and put like a retro Pi or something in there.
Yeah.
Raspberry Pi,
Yeah.
just so I could load up like tons of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, see, and I'm that type of nerd where like nerd to nerd. It's not like I'd ever want to make anybody jealous or I'm like cooler than you. It's just more of like, look at what I have, how cool this is. I have 2 cabinets like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they one's a Simpson and then I had a buddy. I didn't have a buddy. I got a guy from the UK to build them for me because the UK you can do a lot of this stuff without getting in trouble in the US. And he built one for me and it had some issues and he was like, I'm gonna fix it for you. I'm gonna give you the software again and everything. And he fixed it. He was like, I feel bad. You just kind of were patient with me for like 6 months, so I'm gonna send you another cabinet. And I was like, you don't have to. And he's like, yeah. So he sent me another one. The other one was Horizon Dawn, and so they're I'll take pictures and I'll put them in Discord so you can see what they look like.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and they have like 24 terabytes of video games. So that's just kind of what I've been doing, man.
4 terabytes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's fun. But yeah, like I said, I'm totally willing to do it for anybody.
You're telling me wrinkles are in
Yeah.
you?
You just go, hey Dave, on a terabyte, or I'm sending you a 4 terabyte external, and I'll be like, what do you want? The problem is like the 800. It's about 750 to 800 ISOs for like the Xbox 360. That's gonna be 8 terabytes. So kind of put it in perspective. If you want all the easy games, then you're gonna get more like NES and all that stuff because they're small.
Yeah, I mean that was where originally that was where my thought process was. One, because there's a lot more emulators and stuff that runs those, but I never, and all the stuff I've come across, I haven't seen too many people modding like 360s and more recent stuff. It's usually all the old stuff.
Yeah.
Besides the Wii U, the Wii U supposedly is great just because it can go, you can do a lot of stuff with it. Like you can do, I think up to PS2 you can put on there.
Yeah.
And it'll run. And they already built in how to not mod. Like you can basically just unlock it, and it already can run all the Nintendo stuff before it. So it's. But that was basically the most recent I've ever really looked into.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much out there. It's honestly I'm one of those believers. Like if you do the Wii, I do GameCube and Wii games, and if any other type of Nintendo games, but really the GameCube and the Wii, and then you can do all the different Raspberry Pis for anything else lower than that, and then like the Vita and the PSP portable, those would buy those. You can do that, kind of like how you did with the what did you say? What is it? The 3DS you did?
Well, I just have a regular 3DS. I didn't mod that one yet.
Oh, yeah, and just do stuff like that. But out there right now, I mean, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, and I think all the new Xboxes, it's going to be hard because a lot of these games are already on PC.
Well, that's what I've seen so much. Like I feel like I wonder if that's why I don't see it as much, is because Xbox usually kind of gives you a chance to play all their games again. Like
Yeah.
all the good Halo games, they just Master Chief Collection or Gears of War does the reissue. Like
Yeah,
so that's why I guess there hasn't been as much of a need.
the one thing, I mean, that is very beneficial if you ever want it, and Marcus is aware of it. I think I lost. It's been a while since I counted. I have like 300 to 500 Switch games, and you can do all that on your computer nowadays. You can actually do it on your Switch if you buy a card for it. But the problem with that is you gotta take the card out and put the card in to switch games. So you're constantly putting in, taking it out. They've kind of modded it so you can do a switch on it, but it's still kind of hard on the switch. But if you ever want switch games as an example, something new, I think I have. I don't remember. I think I have like close to 500 switch games. They kind of slowed down right now, but when the Switch 2 comes out, we're going to see a lot more of them as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I may have to take you up on these.
Yeah.
I'll just start sending some hard drives out.
Yeah, I mean the Switch is fun to play too because the emulator on PC runs really well. You just
That's what I heard.
Yeah, and I know they banned it, but I have a couple of different variations of it, and every time something comes out and it's the newest, I say if I can get it, I save it. So I have a drive of just a lot of emulators as well. So Azuzu, even though Nintendo sued them and they took it down, I can still find it out there and still play it without it being bootleg because I know a girl who has them. She still does all that. I can get stuff from her.
When I saw it, they made a cart dumper. Was it MIG?
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about where you have to push in and push out, but then they put a switch on it, but the switch is really hard. You kind of have to. They made fun of it where you have to kind of grow your nail out to get it. It's so tiny on it, so your fingernail. But yeah, that would be one. You can load it up with a 1, 2, 4 terabyte of video games. I don't know how many. I'd have to look at my Switch games how many it takes up. It's something around like a 4 terabyte. But yeah, I could even do like. Have you ever heard of a Lunchbox?
It rings a bell, but I can't think of why.
It's basically like a OS where you can. It's kind of like oh, what's the other one? I can't think of the other one right now, but playing Lunchbox, you can load it in and it would be like it looks like Steam. And you could put all the games on there and have all the emulators in the background. So then when you have that tile of all your games, you can just click on them and it'll automatically load. So I can always do a Lunchbox for you as well. It's
What's that going?
that would be on a PC.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can instead of like booting up Dolphin to play you could play all your Wii games on your PC as well. It does feel better on the Wii, but instead of booting up like Dolphin as an example to play those, you can just boot up Launchpad, click on the game, and it'll just load the game and through the emulator, and you don't even really see the emulator do much, and then you can play the game that way. So it's just an overlay, which is super cool. Yeah, I bore all these guys. As you can tell, Marcus hasn't said much because they're not nerdy like us. They'll play the games. Like, Marcus is a big Tears of the Kingdom guy and a Breath of the Wild guy. I lost him there for a while when Tears came out.
Oh. I got lucky. Tears of the Kingdom came out right when my daughter was born, so all those late nights where I wasn't sleeping, I was just playing Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, that's cool. I started it, but to be honest with you, I haven't even finished Breath of the Wild because there's, as you probably can tell, the different games I play.
Yeah.
I'm always...
It's hard. It's hard with those.
Yeah.
Especially, like, because, yeah, I mean, you probably have noticed, I like to finish things and, like, kind of a completionist with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a really hard game to do that with.
How long did it take you to play, Marcus?
Well, I mean, I collected every single piece of clothing. The only thing I didn't do is to collect all of the seeds. I did everything else.
So I have all the seeds in the
legendary weapons.
I have all the seeds in the first one. I didn't do it in the second one yet. I haven't finished.
And there's me where all the amiibos, I uploaded it into my emulator and then used those daily to get all the cool stuff every single day. And then I think
I have some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to get. Have you ever seen the what the hell they call it? It's like a code wallet.
No, what's that?
That you can toggle the different amiibos on.
Oh.
So it looks like. Have you seen like the crypto wallets? That's like a little like memory stick that you can like put cryptocurrency on.
Yeah.
It's like that, except it can send out the NFC signals from an amiibo. So you can load all the amiibo codes onto it, and then just literally toggle on the screen and pick which one you want to load, and just hold it up to it, and it pulls the NFC.
Oh, that's cool. What I would do is I had all of them download all the DLCs and all the amiibos, and then I would just go into my file and click on them, and they would load. You know, and how you do the amiibos every day, but you're using actual hardware, and you just put them on there and it loads it. That's cool.
It's in everyone.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool little thing.
How much are those? Are those pretty expensive?
I want to say it was like $80.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
The only pain in the ass was I think it was again from Europe,
Oh, okay.
so it might have been another $20 just to get it shipped over, but $20-$30.
Yeah, I would have to update a lot of DLC, but I have a lot of the. I don't. Tears of the Kingdom didn't have any DLC, did it, guys? No.
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Yeah, it'll probably come out with the Switch
yeah.
too.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. Did they have DLC when it was on the Wii, or or all that stuff come out when it was on the Switch?
Which,
Switch. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that I bet that's what they're gonna do again. But yeah, man. Whenever you need it, and we can always talk about it offline. You know, you can always message me and just go like, "What do you have this?" And if something pops up or anything, you can let me know, or I can send you links. I'm pretty good at getting back with all that, and like I said, I really honestly, after I hit like 90 terabytes, I stopped counting. So, and I literally just went through. Have you ever heard of Hyperspin?
Oh.
Yeah, so you're talking about like a cabinet. Hyperspin's a super cool software. I'll send you a video of it or something. But I just went through that, and that was like 24 terabytes. That's one single hard drive I have of 24 terabytes of Hyperspin. So it's a lot of games, and I don't mind sharing them. And like I said, it's not a flex, and that's why I don't ever talk about it, because when you start going, I have a cabinet and I collect all these games and consoles and toys and stuff, people start becoming dicks about it. I'm like, I'm not trying to be a dick, I'm just trying to nerd out with other nerds. So I appreciate you appreciating it.
And you happy you came in right in the middle of that?
Of course. What's going on?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm good. We were just talking about video game modding and emulation and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Like, Mike was, I guess, telling, I don't know if all of you, I think Dave just asked, but telling you guys I do that. He needs to shut his mouth.
Yeah. Topo shutting his mouth?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think that's possible.
Yep. Only time he does it was when there's a dick in it, right? I wish he was here so he can hear that.
Yeah, we can repeat it.
Yeah, we can. No, but yeah, I'll let you know how it goes with the Xbox 360 and if it's something worthwhile, Dave. So far, right now, I'm having a lot of issues with an external hard drive. You know, like with the 360, you can just put a USB drive or USB in it, and it will go to format. Right now, it's having issues with it, and it's not the hardware mod; it's something with the software. And so, today I spent literally like 6 hours trying to get it working, and I'm having issues with it right now. Because the reason for it is USB drives can only go up to 2 terabytes, and they can only be in FAT32. And since Windows wants to go exFAT or what's the other one, NFTS, it's not reading it properly. So I'm having issues with it.
I think I had that issue. I'm trying to remember if I had an external hard drive on my 360.
I did by the end, yeah.
Yeah,
I know I did for the one. I can't remember if I did for the 360, but I think I had that issue with the one too, where you had to put it in the FAT32, and it just the format didn't take every time for whatever reason.
Yeah,
it was just such a pain in the ass.
Had a bunch of issues with it. The 360 was the same way.
Yeah.
But I'm having it with this software and not really playing with Aurora that much. Aurora is this overlay on the 360 when you mod it. I don't really know what I'm doing because it's brand new to me.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out the kinks to it, and I think the other big issue with it is that it's
Got a little case of the dead there. Should probably.
the dashboard's not connected anymore. So I can't really do anything through the Xbox Live, so side loading it. Yeah, but once I get that kind of tweaked and figured out, will I remember it? Probably not, but I can find the information again for you.
Time to go.
Because I usually forget. You know how you do something one time, then I forget about it.
Yeah, and you try, especially when you try so many different things to get it to work, and you don't remember which step took, which one didn't.
Yeah, or I do them all over again and go, oops. And realize I don't need to do them all over. But yeah, like I said, it'll probably be like, I'll keep playing with it this week because I really want to, I'm going to start streaming full-time on Wednesday, and I really want to do games on the Xbox 360. I don't know if you guys remember Mercenaries. I really want to play that again.
That one, no.
Yeah, that was such a great game. Oh yeah. But having that many games, I have a lot of opportunity to play them on there.
Oh, I remember the second one.
Did they Mercenaries 2 or was it just one? I don't remember it. If there was a
I remember World in Flames.
okay.
Did she get out?
Let me say it again.
No time, no time.
Yeah, I wonder if Mercenaries was Mercenaries 2. Because you can play with friends online. But anyways.
I think that was when I was working at Best Buy.
Places to be, you gowls.
I think I got that just because it was like I got cheap. What was that for?
I think it came out just on the Xbox 360, then later on other things. I don't think back then it was like they were calling things exclusive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I played the second one. Mercenaries 2 World in Flames.
Okay.
I don't think I played the first. But it looks like it came out.
Was it whatever was co-op? So it could have been the second one.
I'm alive. Now, get to the shopper.
2008.
Damn. Yeah, I'm excited to play a lot of these old games. I was emulating them with Xenia on PC, but I was having a lot of issues with that. That's why I went modding the Xbox 360 hardware.
Coming through. I like that. Excellent.
What's Xenia?
It's a software for Windows, so you can get ISOs, and you can play games on your PC, 360 games.
Just emulation software for
Yeah.
different. There's tons of them.
Have you ever heard of, do you know any of them? Like, I don't know, Dave, like Dolphin is one, Retro Arc is another one.
RetroArch I've heard of, Dolphin I've heard of, Citron I've heard of, Yuzu I've heard of. Those Citron and Yuzu are like older Nintendo ones.
Yeah.
Um,
PPSSPP for the PSP.
yeah, I never got into those ones. 'Cause I have looked trying to get them, but they're not usually that cheap. But I might have to. I'll have to check out that. Have to look for that Goodwill auction thing you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll send the link because every time I tell people and I look for it, it's you look up Goodwill. There's so many Goodwills, but I'll put it in Discord and tag it in there, and then you can look at it. But yeah, like I said, they have PlayStation 2s, PlayStation 3s, Xbox. They have consoles all the way up to the PlayStation 4s pop up there all the time. And if you feel like you're losing, give up because tomorrow there will be another one. There's just so many systems that people churn in. And I mean, they're a little beat up, a little dirty, but little elbow grease, you could clean them up.
Yeah, I mean, I bought. I bought a second N64 because you could, if you cut out part of the shell, it can play the Japanese games.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted to mess around with it and see, and it was like spent $15 on it because it was broken.
Uh huh.
And honestly, all it needed was just to clean the boards off, with, and it worked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like I said, I got getting those 360s. All I did was took them apart, put new thermal paste on one of them, and cleaned them completely out, all the dust and everything, and it runs great. I mean,
I'm here now.
I lucked
got
out
one
with
shot
both of
before.
these, so I've been pretty happy
was
with the
meant for me,
purchases from them.
but
So,
I can't
and
dance to
you
that
get to
tune.
look at all the pictures and read the
Play it again,
descriptions.
son.
They'll say 4 parts. What I'm been trying to do is find it. The reason why I was looking for the Star Wars one, even though I have it, or the
Sorry.
Gears one, is I
Just
want to
happened.
find one that's for parts only. Because when you look at on eBay, they sell them starting off broken for like 150 bucks. I'm like, that's ridiculous. And so on the Goodwill, like I said, they were selling for 45 bucks. I don't need it, so I haven't pulled the trigger, but 45 bucks for a broken one versus 150. I just pop the shells off and put it on one that works, and then I have a working edition, so and in your case, you get one and it's the original, like the Gears again.
yeah, I mean that's awesome. Because the Reddit I look at is called Game Sale,
Game sale, okay.
and it's the same thing where it's like it's usually people. It's the whole thing is people who want the stuff and know what they're looking at. So like shit can get kind of expensive quick,
Yeah.
especially like those ones, like the edition ones, like the Battlefront edition PS4 is always like 250, 300 bucks, like easy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I haven't seen any limited editions of the PS4s, probably because they're still newer.
Look.
But
Yeah.
I found I almost pulled the trigger on it, but I already have one. I found the Fat Edition, the 4 USB PlayStation 3. Those go for like 300 bucks usually. It was on there bidding for like $80. And it had like an hour left in it. And I was like, I should have got it. But it's one of those things like if you guys even want a side gig, you buy them from there and then you can sell them on eBay for $20, $30 and still sell a bunch of them, make good money off of them. And it's just something a lot of people don't think about. But like I said, I'll send the link to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll do it tonight. Once I'm done with Marcus, but I'll remember to send it over to you. But it's funny, like right now I'm doing a complete wipe of a FAT32 4 terabyte, and it's been taking like 3 hours to wipe it, and I'm clearing out the sectors with zeros, and next I'm going to do ones to see if I can get that to work on this damn 360. That's how dedicated I am and how nerdy I get into this stuff.
How many PCs you got running right now? Because
This is the thing, it's not a flex. I don't want you guys to ever think this, but in my room right now, I have 6 PCs. But I only have 2 running right now.
as I said, there's no way you're playing games and doing that right now.
I'm actually am. I have
Same one?
yeah, on the same one right now. I am, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm screen capturing, talking to you guys, playing a game.